Yeah. They talked to the owner gave them time, a moratorium on payments. No payments will they make until the property's fixed up. Once they got it fixed up, they had another month before they had to make payments. So they collected income without having to make that payment. Now the payments start. The payments, $1,200 a month. Why? Glad you asked. The reason is because we have a motivated seller with a piece of distressed property. We have a property that's giving him headaches. We have a man who doesn't see a way out. In order to monetize this property, he has to fix it up and then try to rent it out. He doesn't have the money to fix it up. Building and Safety, Department of Public Works have already sent letters of non-compliance to him. His insurance company has already called him and said, if you don't get somebody in there in 30 days, we're canceling your insurance. So he has a lot of reasons to want to work with us. And this is why I chose this unique niche in the market, because it has all the elements. It has all the elements that we need. Here's something that they did. They used their mailing program. In your course, there's a mailing program. It has 10 different letters in it. And so you use those letters to send out to anyone who does not live close enough for you to go and knock on the door. Knocking on the door is preferred. So they found this, they sent 2 letters from the mailing program and got this little property there. And they did all right with it. But they told me that they wanted me to wholesale. They wanted to wholesale this property to me. So the value after repair was $269. They purchased with owner financing for $165. It needed work. Question: can you buy a piece of property for $200,000 and you only pay $100,000 for it? Can you? Linda's shaking her head. Yes. Can you guys see that? Kind of. Well, let me tell you guys. The right property, the right motivation, the right seller. Yes. These are the types of properties that we look for minimum $80,000 spread. If you're not comfortable with that, then maybe this isn't the business for you. Maybe the money's too big. But seriously, guys, I'm a little joke that fell flat. Seriously. I usually blame it on you guys, but there's no blaming it on you. I'm completely exposed now. But seriously, if you're looking to make money in a unique niche market, I don't know of another unique niche market that has all the elements that you need. You know, with the motivated seller, distressed property, other people not looking for them, they're going off chasing foreclosures and all. All right, so after repair value $269, they purchased with owner financing $165,000. There's a potential profit of $104,000 on this property. So how many retailers in the room? How many are going to go after that $104,000? How many are going to go after that? Okay, great. That's me too. I like the retail. But now there's some work that has to be done. They're going to do about $20,000 worth of work on this property. You know, once that $20,000 is done, then there may be a retail profit of $84,000. You retailers still on it? Still on it, right? Okay, great. So they say, Reg, we would like for you to buy this property from us. It'll be worth $269, but we can deliver it to you for $190. Okay, is that right? Let's see. Yeah, it's worth $269. Reggie, we're going to deliver it to you for $190. All right, so they're talking to you. Property is worth $269 after it's fixed up. You can get it for $190. What do you say to them? What do you say? Yes. Be proud of that yes. Yes, right? You guys, right? Yes? No. No. Yeah, what if the repairs are $100,000? Woo! So your next question is, well, maybe, how much in repairs? And it tells you $20,000. Now you say, yes. Now, yes, we're interested. We got to know how much the repairs are. So wholesale profit, they're going to make $25,000 on this property just by selling me the contract. How long did it take them to do that? Oh, I don't know, maybe a couple of days. A day to go and find it, a day to find me. All right. The investor's profit after repairs, $59,000. Is that a good deal? That is a good deal. After repairs, 59 grand, that's a good deal. Everybody wins. So let's look at a couple of things here in Santa Barbara County. I usually will show 7, 8, 9, 10 properties in a certain city, but with Santa Barbara County, I wanted to show the county. I wanted to show various different places, like in Carpinteria, for instance. This is on your list right now. I sat there and I took the addresses off your list, put them into Google, and here's what I come up with. Here's another one, Goleta. Goleta's not that far. What is? Oh, we're in Goleta. Aren't we? That ain't very far at all, is it? And then Summerlin. Summerlin is, where's that? Yeah. Well, these were 3 that I picked out. I think Montecito was a pretty exclusive area. Is that right? Yeah. I found a couple in Montecito too. A couple over there. All right. So this is what's on your list. Here's another view of your list.
Hi, this is Eric Chan from Atlanta, Georgia. I just want to thank you, Reggie Brooks, for his vacant distressed property system. I was able to close my first deal. Reggie told us to focus on vacant properties, so I had a vacant property list that I got here in Atlanta, Georgia, a city called Marietta. Reached out to the homeowner. The property wasn't overly distressed, but she was motivated to sell her property. So we were able to get on a contract for $94,000, and we were able to find a buyer for $110,000. So you do the math on the spread right there. So it was great. It was awesome. It was my first deal. Definitely Reggie's system helped me to understand how to do the contracts, and I'm super excited. Definitely Reggie's system had built a strong foundation for me, and I'm excited moving forward. Again, thank you, Reggie. I can't thank you enough. This is Eric Chan from Atlanta, Georgia.
Eric's going on to do big things as well. And so many of our students have gone on to do some very, very nice things. This is a very rare opportunity, guys. Vacant distress of property recap. This is a rare opportunity to work a unique niche in the marketplace where you have access to the greatest number of distressed properties, the greatest number of motivated sellers, but without the competition that everyone else is complaining about. And so that's what I want to share with you now. We'll do a quick recap, and then I think we're going to get out of here. So in this course, you're going to learn how to get all the deals chasing you instead of you chasing the deals. Good deals are going to chase money. You find those good deals, money will find you. I'm going to show you also how to get the utility companies to bring you good deals. The utility companies. Yeah, there are so many strategies that over 30 plus years we've worked out and fleshed out and refined, and we make them work. Like the U.S. Postal Service bringing you good deals. That's a real good one that came from my son about 15 years ago. That came from Keith. It came with a great idea, and we've been using it ever since. Also, I want to spend some time to show you how to target the correct areas. Because if you're wasting your time trying to figure out where to go, we want to make you as efficient as possible. So I want you to spend some time studying the part of your course on how I teach you how to target the correct areas. You will find the best deals in the targeted areas that I teach you how to find. And if you're looking to partner with me, then your time is going to be very, very important. Because I don't want you spinning your wheels and coming up with goose eggs, and then you quit. There's no quitting. And so if I'm going to share with you and partner with you, I'm going to help to guide you on those good deals. Use team power to get the deals chasing you. This is in one of your courses, and $30,000 flips in your own backyard, finding your fortune with vacant distressed properties. That's the name of it. Page 21, I talk about team power. I want you to read that and do what it says. You will have a stack of these kinds of properties on your desk to choke a horse. And then you go to work, and I teach you what to do. Get loads of vacant properties on your desk to choke. It doesn't say to choke a horse, I just like to say it. Build your vacant property money machine. And you know, that's what this is all about. I've been doing this for over 30 years, and my machine was probably built the first 2 years. My kids, their machines were built when they finally got serious. It took less than a year to build their machines. I have students all over the country that have their machines built. Sure, I have some that still try to wing it, and they do a little here, do a little there. But when you get serious, you see, success, there's a science to success. And I teach you that science to success. And if you stick with it, There's no way that you can't be successful. That's why I play that video. There's no quitting. Don't give up. Don't give up. Finding the owners is very important. And I teach you how to use your time so wisely in finding those owners that can say yes or no. You see, if you're having trouble finding the owners, then I want you to take a look at Finding Your Fortune Vacant Distressed Properties. I think that's page 24. And it will teach you some of the better ways to find elusive owners that other investors have already forgotten. They've already given up on them because they're too hard to find. More on that in a little bit. Easy to talk to the neighbors when you're looking at owners. But what I want you to do is to use this very powerful thing that I call your secret weapon. Basically, it works like this. You find a vacant property. You do the research. You find the owner of that property. The owner of the property, his mailing address is the same as the vacant property. What do you do now? Oh my God, we'll find the next one. No. Here's one of the most simple things you can do. You simply address an envelope to that vacant address. On the top left, you put your return information. On the bottom right, put this. Return service requested, do not forward. It hits the post office. What happens a lot of times is that they will see that instruction, they go ahead and research it, they find that owner, he's moved to another location, they write the new location on the envelope and send it back to you. Because you put your return address information on the top left. Don't forget to do that. It's worthless if you don't. So these are some little tips, little tricks that can make you a millionaire. Because if you will do the little things that make money, you deserve the big money, and the big money is coming your way. Most people are not willing to do the little things that create success. Success is a matter of doing a lot of little things correctly, not one great big thing. It's not it. So I want to teach you how to automate the process of finding the owners. I teach you how to find the no-cost method, how to use the no-cost methods first. And the no-cost methods, you find the owner without spending a dime. Then I teach you how to use the low-cost methods, like for instance, that envelope that you're going to address. What's a stamp? Less than 50 cents. But you found an owner of a property that you can make yourself $80,000 on, and your investment was 50 cents. So these are available to you, and sometimes you may have to pull out the big guns. Maybe the no-cost, low-cost methods don't work very well, so we'll have to pull out skip tracing. Skip tracing is a subscription service. I teach you all about that. This is where you use the big guns. This is where your investigative companies will use skip tracing, and you do too. I'm driving down the street, found a nice vacant 4-unit building. And I love 4-unit buildings because you get a lot more bang for your buck, right? So I go online, my cell phone, access to the internet, I look, the owner of record, there he is, mailing address. Oh, same as that. I simply went to my skip trace company on my cell phone, and I put in the information that it needed. Within 5 minutes, I had the owner of record, I had his new mailing address, he lived in Chicago, and I'm there in Los Angeles. I had his unlisted phone number, and I had him on the phone. And I'll never forget, he says, I said, Mr. Johnson, my name is Reggie Brooks. I'm standing here in front of your house at 123 4th Street. Are you at all interested in selling it? It looks pretty rough. Well, yeah, we do want to sell it, but how the hell did you get my number? It's unlisted. So now I had to spend the next 5-8 minutes or so explaining this thing called the internet and how we find things on the internet. But I bought that property, and I made a lot of money. He was happy because I got him out of his headache, and I was happy as well. So sometimes you'll have to pull that up. Here's more of what you're going to learn. I'm going to teach you a bushel basket of unconventional ways to find profitable deals. Not just vacant property deals. All kinds of profitable deals. And I'll teach you how to do that. What to say to an owner and how to say it. Very, very valuable for you. Because this is your script. And if you're willing to let me teach you how to use your script, what to say and what not to say, you are worthy of big profits. And I'll tell you, I'll go a step further. Many of you we will be working with. And I love to partner with you. And so before you call an owner and blow an $80,000 profit, call me first. We'll role play. I'll be the investor, you'll be the homeowner. I'll fire those questions at you. And those pigeons that you got floating around in your stomach, we'll quell those. Then we'll turn it around. I'll be the homeowner and you'll be the investor, and I won't let you go until you're comfortable. That's the money that's in this business. And that's how I want to work with you in this business. However, we don't need to spin our wheels. We need to get serious and stay focused. And that's what I do best. What to say to an owner and how to say it? Over 50 different sources to finance your deal. The average realtor, what do they know? They know FHA, they know VA, they know conventional, and that's about it. I'm going to give you over 50 different sources to finance your vacant property deal. You will not have these properties fall in the crack. How to create tenant-free income, that's really important. Where you never change another leaky faucet, you never fix another broken window, you never unstop another nasty toilet. But all of the money comes to you. I like the fact that you don't have to have calluses on your hands in order to get rich. And I'll teach you how to do that as well. How to make a fortune using garbage collectors, mail carriers, ice cream vendors. I have one of these in Florida. One student finds about 50 to 60 properties per month. He has a lot of people working for him now. But he's only working on 2, 3 properties at a time. What does he do with the other 47? Wholesale. That's exactly right. We do not let properties fall in the crack. We're talking profits. So he wholesales. How to use the internet to make big money with bargain properties. How to easily fix bad credit and expand good credit. And what's interesting about this credit is that you don't need credit to make lots and lots of money with my system. However, you're going to be active. If you're active, the larger deals are bound to find their way to you. And when they do, I want you to be ready for them. If your credit is bad, I'll help you to fix it. If it's good, I'll help you to expand it and make it better. And that way, when those big deals come to you, you'll be ready. You'll be ready to jump on it right away. And you can call me, because every one of you will have, or those of you that become my students today, you will have my telephone number, my contact information. And so you get me that way. How to put your success team together, very important. Your success team is going to guide you to the finish line. Not only that, but you also are helping them to get rich and get their finances in order as well. How to write an irresistible purchase agreement. And this is where a lot of people don't understand. They write one purchase agreement and they don't understand why it wasn't accepted. Well, maybe you should look into how I teach you to write multiple agreements on one property. So when you go over there, you have at least 2 agreements. And so the first agreement is designed to push them in a certain direction, but the second agreement is the one that the first agreement is going to guide them back to. I teach you all to do all that stuff. So you wonder why I can't get an agreement accepted. Well, that could be the reason why. You're not very creative with that. How to make a fortune with vacant property absentee owners. I love absentee owners because they haven't seen their property in a long, long time. So I have students that will take pictures of the property that's vacant, but they don't just take pictures at 9 o'clock in the morning. They wait until the sun starts to go down and the shadows start to grow long. I had one student that went and got homeless people and put their baskets on the porch and all that. But I'm not suggesting you do any of these things. However, that's what I do. Okay, how to overcome the enemy, which is fear. I am the only speaker that I know of, the only educator that I know of that will help you to turn fear from an enemy into an ally. I have helped countless people to use fear to get to their goals. Not to run away and hide under a bed. That's what most of you guys are doing. But we don't do that. We use fear as a tool to get to our goals. And it gives me great, great pleasure to write about that and expose you to that as well. How to develop your vacant property money machine. It's going to take care of you and your family for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. Now, you may have questions about my course. And all my contact information is in every one of my courses. I will support your questions for as long as you need me. I will support your questions about my course. That is not the same as coaching or mentoring. But if you have a question about my course, you give me a call. I will support you as long as you need me for the rest of your life. And if you can figure out a way to get hold of me after that, I'll support you even then. Now, I want you to listen to this before you do anything else. This is your $30,000 Flips Quick Start to Success CD. Please listen to this. This is where I'm going to armor coach you. I'm going to give you some information that you're going to need to do before you do anything else, and also before your dream-stealing friends have a chance to start whispering in your ear. Don't let them steal your dreams. Don't let them convince you that your dreams are not worth pursuing. They are worth pursuing. And I'm here to help you to achieve them. And so I want you to listen to this to prepare yourself for success. I'm going to keep you moving towards your financial goals with this CD. Listen to this first. On your way home, put it in your CD player in your car. Then you can go into your course, and those 4 chapters that I've talked about can be those 4 chapters. Those are the ones that are going to get you to your first deal. Then we use the rest of the course as reference material. If you need financing, we talked about that. Myself, my partner, and also my network of investors, we have a lot of money that we'd like to put out there. We're looking for partners. We're looking for partners, so people to partner with. I want you to do your homework. My course is written on an 8th grade level. It's very, very simple to understand. So I don't get a lot of calls because of that. But I'm open to calls. You don't have to worry about, well, should I call them? Please call me. I want to see what's going on in your life. I want to see about your success. And if there's something maybe that I can see that's hindering your success, I want to be able to bring it out. Do your homework, put it under contract. If the deal shows profit, I'm going to help you to get the funding. Either with our money or with your special report that's going to be in your course. I'll tell you about that. I'll tell you right now. 100% easy funding for your deals, no credit required. And that is the truth. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Because now there's so much money out there, it's a game changer. We can now do deals without having to worry about where's the money going to come from. I know some of you are still stuck there. Well, it's a great deal, but I couldn't figure out where to get the financing. Guys, you have no excuse anymore. None whatsoever. That little envelope right there is in your course. I have written that. It's a 9-page special report that will teach you how to get all of the funding that you need. All you have to do is to make sure you have a deal with the right numbers. And they're not crazy numbers either. When we're talking about vacant, distressed, abandoned properties, the numbers usually line up because of the fact that the owner is so motivated. He does not have that emotional attachment to his property. So we can go right in there and we can use that envelope right there to get all the funding that you need. Not only the funding for the deal, but you can also get your closing costs and escrow fees paid completely. This is certainly a game changer. So we can do short sales now requiring 180-day holds. You know, that used to stop people right in their tracks before. 100% purchase price plus closing costs. REO flips. And people complain, though, well, you can't flip an REO. The bank wants you to hold it a certain length of time. No, not anymore. Because we figured out a way to do it. And we do it with 2 title companies. And it's so easy. It's so easy. You know what it reminds me of, Michelle and I, we were talking about this on our way back from Atlanta. We see people walking through the airport with their bags on wheels. And they just walk like this. Do you remember luggage? Remember that? No wheels at all. Free proof of funds letter. We're going to get that for you too. But you see, REO flips with 2 title companies, that's like luggage. That's the way it used to be. It's not that way anymore. Free proof of funds letter, I told you about that before. The deal that you're working on, that proof of funds letter will have that address on it. It's not a blanket proof of funds for everything that you do. It's deal specific. But you get the proof of funds letter, get it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Most lenders will not want to lend under $50,000. It's just not worth it to them. We will. There are some parts of the country that you can still buy property for less than $50,000. Believe it or not. Yeah, you're laughing.
I'm in the Bay Area. It's like $2 million.
But it's true. So we will lend on those that are less than $50,000 as well. And of course, much, much more. Here's your vacant, distressed, abandoned property home study course. This is the how-to. This is the how-to. I've stood here for a couple hours now and I've told you what we do to make money. This is how we do it. This is what it's all about. So in this course, I'm going to teach you how to get a steady inflow of vacant, distressed properties. How to use other people's energy to create cash flow. I have people that need money. They need money badly. And they come to me, please give me money. And I said, I'll give you something much better than that. Here, I want you to do this, 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 and this. Find this deal. And I'll give you money for that. They go out and they find those deals, and now they earn the money. It wasn't given to them, they earned the money. And so we can set up a scenario where they can go out and get and make the money that you need, while you set up a scenario where they get the money that they need. And is it symbiotic relationship? It's a great way to go. How to locate the hard-to-find owners. This one is so important because the hard-to-find owners are going to be sitting there with lots and lots of profit. These are the same properties that other conventional investors, investors that don't have the same tools that we have, they tried to find them, but they couldn't find them. So they let them go and move somewhere else. My son found a lady in Austin, Texas. Her property was on Gage and Budlong in Los Angeles. He calls her up. I gave him the script. He practiced the script. He calls her up and he says, Miss So-and-so, this is such and such and interested in your property. And her response, Lordy, Lordy, I just can't believe somebody finally called me about that property. Lordy, you know this property has been hanging in the family for so long, and she just kept going on and on and on and on. What did my son do? That's right. She develops diarrhea of the mouth. He listens. Because every word she says is another dollar in his pocket. You have a very effective mailing system. It has 10 letters in it. Those 10 letters, what you do, they're all written differently. They're all written to call that owner to call you. I give you the time frame to send those letters out and which letter should go next. You saw a couple of students there send 2 letters out, and they got 2 deals coming back. Owner financing techniques, creative financing techniques, and so there's a big section on creative financing. I want to give you all the options that I can. You have options to use our money. You also have options for the special report. And so you also have in your course a very thick section on creative financing. I want you to go through it and I want you to learn creative financing. How to fix up to increase profits, and here's your course. Finding Your Fortune with Vacant Distressed Properties comes with 6 CDs, and I encourage you to call. Use those CDs, turn your car into a learning center. You know, you're listening to music, they've already made their money off of you. Now, use your radio to make money. All right, that's the first gear in your money machine. There are 3 altogether. Here's the second. This one is the big one for you. The insider secrets to big profits. This is where I teach you how to get all the good deals chasing you. Not you chasing them, they chase you. How to get $5,000 to $10,000 at closing. Cash at the close. Some of you have experienced that. Every one of you should. It's a phenomenal feeling. Big profits using the internet from the comfort of your home. I have you going on the internet, finding good deals, but sitting in your living room in your underwear. And you're finding good deals using the internet. How to buy profitable properties from the government. I'm going to include websites that most people don't know anything about. And these are government websites. These are not pseudo-government. You got to be careful because you'll have people that will tell you this is an auction. And they make you think it's government. They don't say it, but they make you think it's government. And those auctioned properties, they're at retail. You see, government cannot advertise. They cannot compete with the private sector. So you will not see government auctions advertised. That's why I've compiled the addresses. And I want to give you the addresses online. You don't have to drive over there. And you can actually participate in some of these auctions online. It takes a credit card, $500. If you're the winner, they'll take $500 as a deposit. If you're not, they don't touch your credit card. And so it's another way of buying distressed properties owned by one motivated seller, and that's the U.S. government. Profitable foreclosure investing. We're still in a very heavy foreclosure market. So I want you not only to make money with vacant distressed properties, but understand also that foreclosures are feeding the vacant property market. You can make money with foreclosures as well. But focus on vacant properties because foreclosures are feeding that market. The activity in that market is so much greater and so much better, much more beneficial than foreclosures. Here's your course. The Insider Secrets of Big Profits comes with 6 CDs. And once again, I'd like you to turn your car into a learning center. Here's the third and final gear in your money machine. Free money from the government for real estate. And this is worth its weight in platinum, guys. Let's say you have a little a rehab that you're doing. It's a $40,000 rehab. And after that 40 grand that you spend in rehab, you left with a little insignificant profit of $10,000. It's hardly worth your effort. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we go get someone else to do that rehab for us? Government already said they will. So we'll go and use a government program and let them do the rehab under HUD. There are many, many different programs that we can use. So let's say government does a $40,000 rehab. that